Hi folks, I'm Steve Hindy for Showing Animals Respect and Kindness. Welcome to Shark's 2024 end-of-year video. We focused heavily on three issues: cockfighting, rodeos, and pigeon shoots, because they are very difficult issues to deal with, and most other so-called animal protection organizations refuse to even try. Shark chased cockfighters in 10 states: Mississippi, Kentucky, Missouri, Oklahoma, Ohio, Texas, West Virginia, Alabama, and Tennessee. There were a number of pits busted, and I'm happy to report that generally the police are becoming more responsive when we call, although we still have a long ways to go. I believe the shift in police attitude is because of our resilience. In the past, a group would come into an area and make some noise about cockfighting. The group would raise money and would then leave. The cockfighters knew the pattern, so they would just lie low for a couple weeks or a couple months, and then they'd be right back at it. Shark, of course, operates differently. We've been on the ground battling cockfighting since 2020, and we'll never stop until we completely crush cockfighting, which is what we named our campaign. At times, we've partnered with Animal Wellness Action, which is also working hard to stop these brutally cruel and illegal events. AWA is pushing hard to strengthen laws against cockfighting. The difficulty and danger of fighting this issue should not be underestimated. These are very dangerous people who are literally addicted to blood, gambling, illegal drugs, weapons, prostitution, and just about every other kind of criminal deviant behavior. Cockfighters are like a black mold in that they just keep coming back over and over. We always have to be ready to go back and clean up the mess again, because these criminals are akin to a recurring cancer. We can never let our guard down. A rodeo in San Diego, California will make its second appearance in January, in spite of the death of a horse last year, which the rodeo has desperately tried to cover up. Waco Kid was the victim's name. He became blinded by a stupid ornamental headdress, slammed into a fence, and collapsed. The rodeo people claimed that this horse lived because lying is just what they do. We've pieced together what happened to Waco Kid after this crash, and although we don't have a body, the fake cowboys have made sure of that. There's really no question that he died. We have the texts and emails of people involved, and they discuss the grave condition of Waco Kid, who was literally at death's door from the moment he hit the fence. The phonies just aren't man enough to admit the truth. Shark has partnered with attorney Brian Pease and his organization, the Animal Protection and Rescue League, in a lawsuit to stop this abuse. We want to hold those committing the cruelty responsible. It's amazing that the San Diego Padres sponsored this nonsense, and even more amazing is that they will do it again in 2025. Shark investigators and drones spent a lot of our time in our home state of Illinois as we battled more fake cowboys, or fake charros in this case. Our primary focus has been on Boone County, Illinois, a very small county that is very big on corruption. We've partnered with California-based Humane Farming Association to sue Boone County to make them enforce their own rules and deny permits for those who violate permit conditions, which happens to be every single location conducting these private, unsanctioned rodeos. Boone County isn't the only place where these cruel events occur, but other counties in Illinois are moving in the right direction with new laws and criminal charges. Boone County is the exception. The Boone County State's Attorney's Office should be the place where crime is prosecuted. Instead, it is the core of the county's corruption. State's Attorney Tricia Smith and Assistant State's Attorney Carla Mayville have refused to enforce state humane laws for 3 seasons, no matter how egregious the violations. In 2025, Boone County's image and reputation will take an enormous hit for its continued corruption. In 2024, we learned about a very secretive group of very wealthy and equally psychopathic animal killers, pigeon shooters, calling themselves the United States Flyers Federation. That's a very formal sounding name for some very scummy people. Troy Link is the son of Jack Link, founder of Jack Link's beef jerky products. A shark team droned a canned hunting club owned by Troy Link in Florida last February. We got some media attention on these animal abusers. We combined forces with Animal Wellness Action to expose a second USFF shoot in Georgia in May. Predictably, none of these brave killers had the guts to face us, even though we publicly challenged them. I like money as much as the next person, but there's no amount of money in the world that would make me trade places with these gutless monsters who entertain themselves by the suffering of others. I wish we had the resources to pursue them and other animal abuses as hard as we want, but we just don't have enough people or money to do that. The irony of this problem is that there are very large, supposed animal protection groups that do have more than enough money and people, but they have no intention whatsoever of taking these issues on. The bottom line, it's been a good year for moving animal issues, but it could have been better. There's a whole industry of supposed animal protection organizations that never go to where the animals are being abused. They show sad pictures they never took and post hand-wringing propaganda, but we never see any of these groups where the animals are actually suffering. Shark has always taken on animal cruelty where it happens because that's where change is to be made. It is the first link in the chain of abuse, so it's the first link that has to be cut. We face the monsters head on, and we take on the toughest issues, the ones that others walked away from because it's just too much work. It does indeed take an enormous amount of time, money, and effort to conduct our operations. It's not for the faint of heart, nor is it for people whose dedication is anything less than rock solid. The extraordinary men and women who make up Shark are the very best in animal protection. I am so grateful to have the honor of working with them, and we are honored to have your support. If you want change, real change, support the organization that fights for change where it needs to be fought every day, on the front line. Support Shark. I'm Steve Hindy for Showing Animals Respect and Kindness, and we'll see you soon in the new year.
Thank you for watching. Please like this video and subscribe to our channel to learn more about how you can help Shark help animals.